over.
New cool soda water heaters. Go to Purify. The gas won't slip your way up.
This one tried to go down the ground and he absolutely hammered it. It went all the way for the first. He runs and this is going to be more runs. 5 wides. They want to start better than this. The Bolts with the ball.
And the pressure will be felt for the fielding side. Drifting down leg. Not much could Milantagu behind the stumps. 5 wides. And in 8 deliveries, the Royals have already moved, or should I say raced, to 24. The Royals are unbeaten in their last 4 games. Beautifully driven. Work through for the field and the deep. They're pushing for the second. And Zayd will get back as well. He's playing along the carpet and he's looking very elegant at the moment.
That's a good stroke. Jimmy Neesham bowling a hard length, but he waited on it. And it's a positive start. 26 already in just 1.3 overs. Dipender Singh Ari, the skipper, he's going to be happy with the start. You can just see those wheels churning away in that brain, constantly analyzing.
Good single, good one, good calling, good response. And this is what you need with the boundaries, turn the strike around. Now they've been in the Jabalpur balls, as you mentioned, Manali. Twice in their last 4 games.
Josh Trump, cutie pie, would you like to go on a date with me? Well, I think Josh Trump might have a date if he wants.
All I can ask him is, how's the Josh? He'll say, hi, sir. South End's sensible cricket.
The history doesn't favor the Bolts at the moment, but they want to try and change that today. 3rd time lucky is what they're saying. Anil saw on screen with his broken arm, unfortunately out of the side. Poor timing with that broken arm, especially considering they're in the finals and they could have used that bat of his.
Yeah, you've got to have the method in the madness over here. It's the big final. Here again, they're up in the circle this time. Will not be allowed a single. It's been a very good passage of play so far for the Royals. Batting first, they are 28 after 2 overs.
क्रिकेटमा जितको मजा र फोनमा टेक्नोको मजा कसैले बिट गर्न सक्दैन बिकज टेक्नो प्रोभाइड्स बेस्ट क्वालिटी बेस्ट सर्भिस एन्ड बेस्ट सिग्नल टेक्नो स्मार्टफोन रोजी बनाउनुहोस् आफ्नो चोइस मोबाइल
Superlight Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Asif needs to strike big. He is a quality batter. Thakur has done the job. It's been an Neesham show more often than not in the latter half of the chase or the innings for the Bolts. What a contest over here. As the go-to man, one of the best bowlers in Nepal, particularly the left-arm spinners that we talk about. The leading wicket taker, 16 wickets for him. Always been bowling in the power plays, and look at that for economy and average as well. A best of 3 for 8. He's been the wicket-taking bowler. He'll be up against Vinod Bhandari, who's looking dangerous and destructive as well. That an opportunity. I wonder what was the communication this time between the batters, but that was a very good chance. So close.
I've been a bit hesitant between the wickets, these two. No, Bandari, yes, no, sent back. I think he's the one who actually turned back. Noticed the fielder was coming in nice and hot.
You don't want to run out at this stage. No way. Yeah, he'll take the pace of the ball. This time, slightly more wider of Jimmy Neesham. And they'll fetch a single.
Rajavanshi, 2 for 22 in his 4 overs against the Yaks. You mentioned it, he's been very consistent. He's a wicket taker. But he had a tough game the last time he had played the Royals. In fact, most of their bowlers did. Long on. Actually, there's a mid-off and a deep mid-wicket. And a deep square leg.
This is very good running. Oh, this is a direct hit as well. And this will have to be referred upstairs. As Zeb made. They were slow to get onto the ball in the outfield, but a direct hit always gets everyone interested. This is going to be a very interesting call.
3 fielders in the deep on the leg side. And you could hear a loud call of throw. Get that ball into the keeper. Not doubt it is.
Yeah, you can sense a lot of support for the boys in yellow. The Sudurpachim Royals come with a fair bit of army entourage over here. The fans on their feet, waving flags, banners and scarves. And it's a rainbow of loyalty and devotion for both the teams. And that's what MPL Season 1 has been all about. Yeah, with the left.
The ball.
Slow through the air, Harsh Tucker. Just get a sense that he's holding that ball. This time he gets some good revs on it.
Yeah, he was in the depth of the crease this time. Too close to cut. Needs to be careful. You saw what Tucker did with Shikhar Dhawan a couple of matches ago in the league stages. The one that came in with the arm. That was almost through him. Wonderful bowling here.
It's an excellent start to Harsh Tucker's over. He's gone for 17. That first over, very expensive, but he's bowling to Zabe this time. Good revs.
And it's a change of ends for Tucker, and now he's bowling to the longer side of the boundary as well, to the right-handed batter. Maybe that would have also prompted the captain to bring him from the far end, and that's a good move. And the large part of the second over has been to the left-handed batter, helping him gain confidence as well. Now this is nicely bowled. Yeah, just a bit of frustration creeping in here for Zeb.
Just outside the line this this time. Going at a bit of a slow strike rate, 9 off 14, and you sense that something's got to give this delivery. Surely it can be a maiden.
Brilliant comeback by Tucker. He bowls a maiden and keep things quiet just when things are running away from their grasp. It's 32 for no loss.
को उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल मेरो नम्बर मेरो चोइस आफूलाई मन पर्ने नम्बर छानेर लिनुहोस्
Insta for a complete home.
Of TCM and Mr. Rahul Agarwal, the director of Siddhartha Bank. A big shout out to both these gentlemen for bringing about a special outing in NPL Season 1. Mr. Lokesh Sharma sipping on some water, MD of TCM. Wonderful to have you as well, sir. A very good afternoon. Wow, heavyweights and great work by TCM. I'll tell you what, put across a carnival, a festival of the Himalayas, and we've seen some amazing work done by the TCM team all through.
Well, the dots are continuing to pile on here. This is the 7th in a row now, and it's been 19 deliveries since the last boundary. The bolts are just starting to pull this back.
Yeah, you don't want to offer too much room. You don't want to bowl too full, because both these batters are already in top gear, walking into bat.
And that's exactly what Lala Rajabanshi is doing, allowing for no room. That one came in sharply to the right-hander.
Yeah, just go in with the arm. Bowl it flatter, bowl it quicker. Now you can see we've seen 9 dot deliveries.
Surely you just sense a release shot coming here. And it'll either find the boundary or it'll find the hands of a fielder.
The time since the last boundary, 22 deliveries. We've seen 10 dot deliveries in a row. Between Thakur and Lalit Rajbanshi. What a comeback here by the bowls. This looks an even contest.
Come on.
Wow.
Momentum's a funny thing, isn't it? When it's going your way, you find those runs very easily, and then all of a sudden you have one over and that momentum's lost.
Come on, boys, go! Come on, left, come on!
Last delivery. We've not seen a run come in all of the last over. And then now 5 deliveries in this one.
Wow, we've seen 2 maidens in a row. It was 28 after 2, it's 32 after 5. This has been a spectacular comeback by the bowls. It's 32 for no loss.
Phone Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, on with YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *1*9# Legends rise through greatness and lead with their actions. From the timeless
Much more like it. After 12 balls with not a single run, suddenly the Royals get going again. Flying start, 28 off 2. All of a sudden it was 32 off 5 as I welcome H.D. Ackerman. Gee, they played those last 2 overs poorly. This is better. Long batting lineup. Got to take some risks inside this power play. Just enough. Over the offside, Mahato was right on the edge of the circle, but Zabe hits with the spin this time and makes it back-to-back boundaries. Lovely shot, wasn't it? Little use of the feet, not quite at the pitch.
but doesn't force it, just times it.
This won't be a boundary, but will be at least a single, won't be a couple. I haven't even had time to catch my breath yet. HT, how are you? Very good afternoon to you.
Afternoon, Lenny, and afternoon to all those who have tuned into the broadcast. It's been quite amazing. Got off to an absolute flyer and then 2 poor overs with the bat, granted, well bowled by Harsh Thakur and in particular Rajbanshi, but I thought that 2 Royals openers, they got caught up looking in one particular area, and when it wasn't there, then they couldn't score.
So much of a day like today comes down to who holds their nerve, who plays the rather unbelievable atmosphere better, who handles the pressure. We get a couple here. Good running. You know how many times I've been here, HD, but I can't really, well, certainly for any domestic cricket, remember anything like this. The number of requests for passes, for tickets, the appetite for people to try and get here and experience it with their families, with their kids. Quite remarkable. That'll be 4 more, the third of the over. Thakur maybe being asked to bowl 1 too many in the power play.
This is clever. This is very clever by Binod Bandari. Understands where the field is. There's a man at square leg, just in front of square. He knows if he can beat that man at short fine leg, he'll have 4.
This time goes finer because the man has come square. Doesn't quite get it as to how he would like, so only gets a single. Ends the power play. It belongs to the Royals. The score is 48 for none.
अब संसारको जुनसुकै ठाउँबाट
आयामी गरेको पैसा सजिलै प्राप्त गरौँ डाइरीको सुपर वालेटमा
तपाईको अस्ट्रेलिया सुपर वालेटमा तपाईको अस्ट्रेलिया सुपर वालेटमा
Says that's the end of the first hour play, so into the rest of the innings now. 5 fielders allowed outside the circle, and immediately Asif Sheikh, the standing captain, will take all 5 of them, and he'll turn to Kishore Mahato, who's had a really good start to the tournament, 11 wickets in total. Has just proved a little expensive in the last couple of games. Won't get the second this time. Same score, believe it or not, HD. I know they were chasing in that qualifier 1, but exactly 48 for none in the power play, the Royals.
Maybe that's what they were doing in overs 4 and 5. They decided, well, we want to be in a similar position to what we were in the qualifier because we won. Just talking about those spectators, the fans. There's some landlords with buildings outside of this ground that could make some serious money in renting out space.
Truly unbelievable. Wouldn't be surprised if a few of those advertising hoardings were kind of brought down. 50's up. It's a trademark of any big occasion. I mentioned March 16th of this year. mentioned May 1st and May 2nd, not just the first day, but then the reserve day after the rain. They will be anywhere, any vantage point will do. That is outside the ground.
I can't help giggle at that. That's unbelievable.
Good news is they're not up in the trees. They're on stable ground. It's the way the hills carve into the Tribhuvan University campus. It was really, I can only describe it as ludicrous the last 48 hours, H. Not many people have my number here in Nepal, and I was still getting spammed. Anyone who has a local number, I can only imagine what it was like for Paris Katka. Request for tickets, for passes. Gets it a good way in front to square and more. Don't think it's gone all the way. I think it's one bounce. It's a stylish pull stroke from a very stylish cricketer, Safe Zaid.
Just going to have a little look-see here to see if it's gone all the way. Now, I think that Safe Zaid for me has been one of the surprise packages that's going to be full. And that he's been really good with them with the ball, played a beautiful innings of 90 earlier on in the competition. Not one of the names that you see around the world in the various franchise leagues, but I think this might put him up in headlights.
It's a good decision for me. He stepped inside the line of the ball. That would have clattered into his shoulder if not. Have to give the bowlers some leeway.
A little bit surprised where Kishore finds himself bowling. And I tell you that he's been really good with the new ball. Again, let me refer to the early stage of the tournament when the bolts were quite exceptional.
The block hole, good diving stop from Mohammed Mohsin. He'll have a big role to play with his 4 overs. Royals 55 for none.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#. अब संसारको जुनसुकै ठाउँबाट
आगामी गरेको पैसा सजिलै प्राप्त गरौँ
को सुपर वालेटमा I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Venue. There's probably about another 8 to 10,000 just outside the venue. Have got some kind of a vantage point, but they could have. No one at short fine leg, so it's a very safe shot for at least one. And Dory thinks of the second, but rightly sends Safe Save back. You add to that the fact that there's millions, and I mean millions, watching here in Nepal, and then millions down in India too. An extraordinary success. I met a family who's flown from Australia just before the start of play. Dozens, in fact hundreds, who come from Jabalpur and Sudurpachim, many on overnight buses. It's just so brilliant to see the sport that you and I love thriving like this in a country that I've always loved, and I think you now love too, HT.
Everyone's hearts, to be honest, Lenny. Many, me included, who arrived here and really had no idea what we were coming to. Might have just clipped him on the helmet, Binod Bandari, just on the grill, so they'll have to go through some protocols, some concussion protocols before play can continue. Won't take too long.
Always good to follow protocols. Umpires doing their job.
running again.
With the virtual semi-final between the Bolts and the Yaks. I don't think either side played well, and some Bolt. It was a strange game, wasn't it?
Foot down now, because if one gets out, New Batter comes in, yes, but because we're both in, we can afford to be more aggressive. With two in batters, the last thing you want is stop balls. We're running again.
I think if Safe Zabe hadn't run through the crease.
Reverse sweep. He's got the game.
As a consequence, the fields had to change. It brought another man across. So it's now a 5-4 offside field. 2 behind square on the offside. Doesn't stop him repeating the shot. The gap has been plugged. Good captaincy.
Yeah, and that's probably where I question the decision to play that stroke, because now there's 2 men behind point on that offside. So he can go the other way if he wants to.
Instead he goes down the ground. Long on is out there. Can he get underneath it? Oh no, he can't. He settled himself. It went miles to the heavens. One of the highest Siddhartha Bank sixes that we've seen. It's 68 for none. Hardik IVF and fertility.
Curiosity dark? You? Никогда easy. Surf Excel Easy Wash is because hatu shakti yestu. Curiosity dark nikalla gachu. Surf Excel Easy Wash.
Yoko solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas tops your way of quality living.
Join us and the ranks of thousands of successful students who have unlocked their full potential by pursuing their education overseas. Right Path Career Counseling.
They beat the Jabalpur Bolts, they're great rivals in the playoff stages as well as the groups. They've only lost 1 game all tournament, and they're looking very good, having won the toss and decided to bat first. Look how high this goes, HD. Monstrous.
Much better choice of stroke. I thought he had played the reverse sweep and got the field change that he wanted, and then to go down the ground. Here's a critical spell. This is a clever bowler, Ahmed Mohsin. Wonderful economy.
They are brilliant numbers. If you're offered a bowler in T20 cricket, as they'll run well comfortably for 2. The Bolts look a little rattled out there. If you're offered a wrist spinner or a finger spinner, who'll go at less than a run a ball and take a wicket every game, he's one of your first names on the team sheet.
Those numbers barely exist anymore in T20 cricket. Considered acceptable. Hello today. That was an opportunity. Today, particularly you think against Jimmy Neesham. Left arm against the left-hander. Great shot. That is a great shot. I'm really struggling to complete my story here, but he's got an economy rate of under 4. What about the
for a stroke. Superb. And if you want an exhibition and a demonstration is to A, how to play straight, and B, why it's the best part of the ground to target. That is it. Now he goes over his shoulder. Oh, this is quite brilliant from Safe Zabe. It's not quite going to be back-to-back boundaries. But it will be 3 more to the total. His Malanta could have taken the stumps off. His teammates need to give him a shout. I don't think they can hear each other out there. Such is the cacophony of noise. We will have a check on the boundary, and I think it was clean. Easy. No problem.
Having a look at the boundary, but yep. So not a boundary. Into the 9th. Lady without loss.
को उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
तपाईँको असली नेटवर्क
ये चाहे happier home छुट्टी सही
Not just in going past Zay, but maybe even top spots. And a special mention for the lone Nepali batter in there, Rohit Paudel. Nisham returns to the attack. Paudel played the least number of games of everyone there. What a way to bring up year 50. Comes up 33 deliveries, 5 fours, 2 sixes. And on the grandest stage that there is, this has been a quite brilliant innings from the Englishman. Big players score big runs in the biggest of matches. We've seen women, we've seen families. 6-7 years ago, it was really too dominated by men, and it's lovely to see every single person in part of Nepal enjoying their cricket. Congratulations to you. Hamper on its way. He's changed gears all right. Zayd is flying. कुनै पनि समस्या समाधानका लागि सम्झनुहोस् हार्दिक IVF एन्ड फर्टिलिटी सेन्टर सिनामङ्गल काठमाडौँ
trophy in a couple of hours from now. One of the teams will be popping the champagne with the trophy in their hand. A very good afternoon once again, Monali Patel.
Very good afternoon indeed, Mikhail. And that trophy is quite epic. I love that it's got a piece of the Himalayas on it. Very fitting for the Nepal Premier League. And my goodness, have they come out in number? The Royals fans will be happy. 97 for none at the halfway point. And this has been an exceptional half century. Space. Took Jimmy Nisham down the guard a couple of times as well. An incredible half century, and what a time to get it in the finals.
Oh yes, the boys in yellow have been on a leather hunt. Mawson to continue. No respite if you're a bowler, because that ball is going the distance today, and that one's out of here as well. Vinod Bandari has been quiet for a while, but he started to wield that willow like a magic wand now.
Oh wow, he has absolutely smashed it. Passes the 100 mark, and another Siddhartha Bank maximum down on one knee. And my God, has he put that a long distance away. Where's the wicket coming from? They've got to try and bring it somewhere here for the Bulls. They're very quickly getting out of this contest.
What a toss to win here for the Royals. 10 wickets in hand. Up on the board in the 10th over. And you just feel that the Bulls are a little jaded. They've played a lot of cricket in the last couple of days. Take a look at those 50s as well. The second one coming in 23 deliveries. Remember, they had 2 maidens as well within the first 5 overs.
When those two down the ground.
It goes to show how good a surface as well. Backed himself, gave the charge, presented the full face of the bat. A bit of inside out cricket over here. Wide of the field at long off. One bounce. bounce towards Hamrojeet. Careful, Jeet. It's raining runs. We've seen 9 fours, 5 sixes already. Within the first 11 overs. And why would you want to do that, Manali?
Well, you're batting so well, and then you try to bring out the switch. We see this so often. Batters are going well, they're striking the ball down the ground, and then they pull out that shot, and they're gone. And what a partnership this is turning out to be. 109 now. It's the largest partnership for the Royals. And this is, what a time they brought this out. In the finals, you couldn't have asked for a better way to start the finals.
You have to save your best for the last, they say. And what an occasion to come good as an opening batting pair. Look at that partnership, 10 wickets in hand. And what I really liked about Vinod Bhandari is today, he's brought in so much of maturity in this innings of his senior pro, playing like one as well. 13 coming off this over, it's 110 for 11.
नयाँ पुस्ताका सपनाहरू थाहै नपाइकन आफ्ना सपनाहरू बनिसकेका हुन्छन्। ती सपनाहरूलाई पूरा गर्नुहोस्, खुलेर जिउनुहोस्। सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स, खुलेर जिउँ।
अरे यो जिप्पी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिप्पी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers. The gas pumps your way of quality living.
After the Royals won the toss and decided to bat first, and both Zeb and Binod have been on a leather hunt. Yes, it's been a wonderful start, wonderful event, and we're all set to have a listen to a wonderful conversation as well. That's because Andrew Leonard is with the man of the moment, the Secretary of CAN, Paras Katka.
Certainly am, Mikhail. Thank you so much. The Secretary of the Cricket Association of Nepal, Paras Katka. Paras, is probably going to be hard for you to sum up your emotions. You must be incredibly proud.
I mean, it's just been unbelievable. Just look at the crowd today. We've had hundreds of calls since yesterday from all of the bureaucracy to the owners to the ministers to corporate people. The whole country wants to get inside. You can see the crowd inside. Hopefully we'll use this to, get right perspectives in terms of the fact that Nepal now needs a proper cricket stadium. It's so difficult for us to manage everything right now. But having said that, the most important part here is that Nepal cricket's won. I think this tournament has somehow put us on a global scale where for a franchise cricket with limited resources at our end, we have managed to make a mark.
Yeah, there's no doubt in terms of as a first season, it could not have been more successful. I think if anything, you're under-exaggerating. It was thousands of people making those requests. I've got a stat for you. There's only one other league in the history of franchise cricket that has a one-run win, a one-wicket win, and a super over in its first season. That was the IPL. There are some shades, aren't there, of what went on south of the border in its first year here in Nepal.
Our biggest could be a chance. I'm just going to cut you off, Paris. As long off comes in and drops the catch. Big moment in the match. Save. Put down on 64. Coming back to you, Paris. Go on. No, see, it all comes down to the kind of ideas and dreams we put up in place. I think Cricket Association of Nepal, along with the governing council and everybody behind the scene. There's been so much of hard work. Even for me, we're on the final day. I've hardly had time to watch a cricket match because you just have to take care of everybody around it. But everyone's put in a lot of effort, and comparisons are fine, but we're a young cricketing nation with big dreams. So all of these things will take place as long as the cricket is taken care of.
ball coming down towards us. Jimmy Neesham does the fielding. You must be so proud of something that we've seen here before, these massive crowds of fanaticism for cricket, but that's always been for the national team. You think of March 16th, May 1st, May 2nd last year. This is for domestic cricket here in Nepal. Did you truly believe it could be this successful?
It has gone beyond our expectations, honestly, and also the love for the game. I can proudly say that now cricket has reached the grassroots in terms of viewership and ownership. Each region is being represented. Everyone's in it for their own team. That's the kind of support that hammered away. Fielder out there, not quite going to get there. There's something happening every ball here, Paris. See now, I mean, it's 11.4, and with 10 wickets in hand, you expect fireworks every single ball. See, the kind of reception that the people have taken up to this league and to the ownership of the teams has been simply phenomenal, and hopefully with the kind of expectations that we have been able to generate from year one, in the coming years with a better infrastructure stadium, maybe cricket under floodlights, I'm speechless.
Can I ask you about the years to come? I know you can't even really probably think about that just yet, but maybe not just here in Kathmandu. Is there a future where the Nepal Premier League expands outside of the valley?
It comes down to 3 or 4 stadiums come third, fourth year. Cricket is in our countries united by everybody under an umbrella, and cricket association best to decentralize the sport. So I hope in the coming years we can go all over the country.
Hammer down to long on, taken. The first wicket finally falls. Safe, gone for 69. Up to the commentary box.
Yeah, finally a break here for the Janakpur Bulls, and Zeb, after a very fine innings, departs as Kishore Mahato strikes. Much needed wicket here for the Bulls. They've been playing catch up, they've been on the back foot, they've been quiet.
Much needed is an understatement here. Finally, a catch is held on. He was trying to go down the ground. Didn't have the distance this time. And this is a well-judged...
फाइनल चाहिँ गेम आए जनकपुर वर्सेस सुदूरपश्चिम 12-15 से गेम स्टार्ट है ताकि पूरे तहलका में जीते स्टेट गेम है ताकि गेम से जीते हाँ सब कमेंट करो और जते के मध्य से भैया सब के पूरे जनकपुर के सपोर्टर सब को वीडियो में विन जनकपुर बोर्ड्स विन लिख के सब कमेंट में आगे लगा दियो बेस्ट ऑफ
व्हाट्सअप गाइस सबैलाई वेलकम छ आज चाहिँ हाम्रो रहेको छ सेमी फाइनल टोटल 12 से वटा टिम
गाइस सुदूरपश्चिम वर्सेस जनकपुर सुदूरपश्चिम
घर हमारे मिथिला साना पाना गोती का
जहाँ मेरे पति रहेंगे वहाँ नीला जहाँ मेरे पति रहेंगे वहाँ चाहे
with the message. They can push for the second and get a couple of runs here. Another very good over by Rajbanshi. He's conceded only 8 runs in his 3 overs so far. 4 runs coming off this 121 for 2.
छोडिदिनुस् तपाईको भोलिको भरपर्दो साथी सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौँ
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है.
Legends rise to greatness and lead with their actions. From the timeless legacy to inspiring a nation, legends choose the ball. Drive like a legend